My name's Simon Etabali. I'm a coach at Manyata Youth Resource Center. We basically use football to teach life skills to our players.
To my youth outside here, I personally, I was not good. I was not a good person in the community, but I tell you there's a room for change. If you turn your way back, if you turn your back and say there's no for drug, no for gang, there's something for you. Just work smart, be someone that you can reason, but avoid stealing, avoid gang. You can be a better person, you can change.
Majina naitwa Josh Blessing, nachezea Manyata United, niko under 12 from the team captain. Hii team imenisaidia sana, imenifunza life skill. Right now I have confidence, naweza kana ball, naweza ongea na watu wengine, tena naweza avoid peer pressure, negative peer pressure, positive kwa sababu negative naweza avoid. Hii team imetusaidia, for example kama hapo kwa confidence, imetufunza, imetuambia vile unafaa kustay na ball hata nyumbani, not only with the ball but even back at home. And thank to our coach wenye wamekuwa na sisi, wamekuwa to support. I did the Manyata Youth Resource Center sponsor.
After your friends,
thanks to our parents who minded to support. Asante.
So we are currently at Afraha Stadium in Nakuru County, and this is a multi-purpose sports center where youth in Nakuru County are able to meet and practice all kinds of sports. Basketball, like we are currently in the basketball court, there's football, there's athletics and all other kinds of sports. These are the kinds of facilities that our youth under the Sports for Peace and Development project, supported by GAME and Midrift and ACT, are championing for in Nakuru County. Now, the project contributes to Sustainable Development Goal 16 of peace, justice and inclusive societies. This is done by empowering young people called playmakers to use sports as a tool for mobilization, as a tool for fostering social cohesion, strengthening dialogue and discussing the things or the issues that affect the youth and how they can co-design solutions to addressing these issues, including involvement in drugs and substance abuse, crime, violence, and all these other issues, including economic frustrations that the youth are facing. We have been implementing the project since 2022 in Nakuru County, in Kisumu County, and in Nairobi County. Currently, we have around 150 young people that have been empowered through the project. They undergo a curriculum that has 4 levels. We have level 1 where we train on role modeling, the life skills empowerment model, and then we move to level 2 where we train on mental health issues. On level 3 we talk about gender equity, and then we are able to release the youth to the community, to be able to bring the community together, to be leaders, to be empowered as leaders, and bring the community together to discuss issues of social cohesion. How can this strengthen peace and security, and also governance issues at the community level, at the national level, and at the international level.
I'm Anthony Mzeobala, co-founder Manyata Youth Resource Center in Kisumu. We are within the informal settlement of Kisumu, within Kisumu Central Sub-County. We are an organization that one is working with other organizations, and basically we are using sports for social change. We also do sports to nurture talent and empower the young ones within the informal settlements, because we look at it as a source of one, mobilization, secondly, as a source of livelihood. We've been working along within the informal settlement for 16 years, and we are proud that we met with Midrift from Nakuru, and we are now engaged in a program or project plus Sports for Peace and Development. This program is entailing or is maybe focused on youth. Of course, it is a youth-led, and it's targeting towards youth, looking at the changes that you can bring within the community, because crime rate, gang, gender-based violence, things which are to them normal. Then through using our program, we want to create awareness, shape them, and make them people who are accountable for their deeds. They are people who have decency. They are people who can be relied upon now and in the future. So by being in this program, we would say that having had a year or so within the program, we've had the youths who are now able to disseminate information to the young ones and others within the community so that to bring that change. It's working because we are seeing change in youth characters, and also we are seeing development in organization, and even the village elders, the county directors, most of the county government and the national government who are working with issues peace are very much positive with what we are doing, and they are realizing who we are and what we are doing in the community. We are grateful because of what we are doing, an achievement. Of course, we have young boys and girls today who are playing football outside the country, and others are playing within the Kenyan League. And that is a plus to us because it's an improvement, it's an empowerment that we've given them. We've given them a lease of life.
I'm Lawrence Ondu, Deputy Principal in charge of administration at Kasagam Secondary School. Kasagam Secondary School is found in Kisumu East Sub-County, Kisumu County. And apart from being the Deputy Principal in charge of administration, where I handle issues to do with the staff and issues to do with the discipline of the students, I'm also a teacher of English language and literature in English. The school is situated in an environment where the surroundings are semi-informal settlements, and therefore it's common to have several gangs in those informal settlements. Unfortunately, the same gangs find their way into school by virtue of the fact that the students that we handle also come from those communities. However, because we have put in place systems of identifying students who could be potential recruits in gang situations, we are able to nip such interactions in the bud. There are also several ways in which these gangs affect our school. In the informal settlements, gangs are used to traffic drugs, and you know, students raise very little suspicion as drug traffickers. So we empower, and we do this continuously, to empower our students not to fall prey to the tricks that might be used by these members of gangs in the community to lure them and even recruit them either into drug taking or into peddling drugs. There are situations at times when you find that the home background of the student negatively affects their performance in school, including even affecting the times they leave school or come to school, because they may fear being waylaid on their way to school or from school. So this is a way in which the gangs have an impact in our school. As Kasagam Secondary School, we are happy because the sports programs in schools, and in our school in particular, have made our school to be identified with sports. Secondly, this is a way of getting the students out of harsh environments at home where they may be tempted to join gangs that may lead them astray. So once we are able to have them in school and direct and channel their energies towards sports, we believe that even the discipline levels go up. One key gap is the continuity of the sports programs. As the ministry in its wisdom has set aside very rigorous programs for sports in term 1 and term 2. But we are dealing with a very volatile generation that needs to be engaged throughout the year within the sports calendar season, the official ministry sports calendar season, and even beyond that sports calendar season. Now, this gap of third term, this gap of Saturdays, Sundays, when the school sports calendar season is not running, that is where now other organizations can come in to boost community clubs, to facilitate tournaments within the community so that our students are kept engaged throughout. Still, there are some schools that may not be in a position to fully fund these sports activities. So through networking with other community-based organizations, such schools are able to fully participate in co-curricular activities. The smile in their faces, the excitement and the way they embrace the sports programs spells just one thing: relief. They feel relieved, at least they are doing something. And this being in line with the direction that the country is taking, where we want to empower students. We want to fully harness and utilize their talents, not just in school, but also to be a source of income to them. That gives me hope that these programs will succeed.